At 40 years old, LeBron James continues to defy time, shattering NBA records in his 22nd season. He has already surpassed Michael Jordan for the most career 30-point games and eclipsed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in both regular season minutes and total games played. Despite a recent loss to the Philadelphia 76ers, the Lakers have been steadily improving, winning 7 of their last 9 games and posting a respectable 15-8 record over their last 23. While that may not be cause for celebration just yet, it's a clear sign of progress. Within that stretch, they've taken down the Kings 3 times, outlasted the Warriors twice, and secured key wins over the Grizzlies and the defending champion Boston Celtics. Offensively, LeBron is having one of the best shooting seasons of his career. So far, he's knocking down 37.9% of his shots from beyond the arc. The only other seasons where he shot better from deep were in 2012, 2013 with the Miami Heat, and last season when he posted his career-best three-point percentage. And while three-point shooting hasn't been a primary weapon for him this season, with less than 30% of his shot attempts coming from beyond the arc, defenders still have to respect his range. Leaving him open isn't an option, as he's been highly efficient, hitting 40.7% of his catch-and-shoot threes and 35.6% of his pull-up attempts. But what's really driving his offensive success this season is his dominance in isolation. LeBron thrives on creating offense, both for himself and his teammates, primarily inside the arc. He has a deep arsenal of go-to moves, whether he's operating from the short corner, low post, elbow, high post, or even the top of the key. In most cases, he loves receiving the ball while posting up his defender, where he has 2 signature approaches, either using his strength to back them down or going to his patented fadeaway, which he's been incredibly efficient with. Even when teams send a double team, particularly when he's backing down a smaller defender near the elbow or low post, his elite IQ and playmaking allow him to quickly read the floor and find the open man for an easy shot. This aspect of his game has been a staple for years, and this season he continues to showcase just how much he has mastered it. Now let's transition to another area of LeBron's game where he has thrived for years, his driving ability. In my past few videos, I've broken down how players have improved their effectiveness off the drive, whether by creating their own scoring opportunities or facilitating for teammates. Today, we're focusing on a player who embodies both at an elite level. Even at his current age, LeBron James is almost impossible to stop when attacking the rim. Add in his exceptional court vision and playmaking instincts, you have a player who constantly forces defenses to collapse and overhelp. While he may not have the same explosive first step he once did, his strength and elite passing IQ still make him a nightmare for defenders. And so far this season, he has continued to put those tools on full display. LeBron is averaging 10.5 drives per game this season, maintaining the same volume as last year. While his efficiency on drives has dipped slightly down to 55.7% from last season's 59.8%, he still ranks among the top 8 in the league in field goal percentage on high-volume drives. But what stands out even more this season is his impressive playmaking off those drives. So far, 10.5% of his drives have resulted in assists, up from 8.4% last season. This increase reflects how teams are sending extra help to stop him, creating even more opportunities for him to facilitate. His passing variety is also a testament to his brilliance, whether it's throwing pinpoint alley-oops, hitting corner shooters with skip passes, or threading the needle to cutters. LeBron has it all in his arsenal. His ability to manipulate defenses on the drive and create for his teammates has been a crucial element of the Lakers' offense. He's already on pace to surpass last season's total of 61 assists off drives, with 44 and counting. On top of that, he's having one of his best playmaking seasons overall, averaging 9 assists per game. LeBron may have adapted his game with age, but his ability to control the floor and make the right reads remains as dominant as ever. Moreover, LeBron's driving game has been the key to unlocking his isolation scoring this season, making him one of the most effective one-on-one players in the league. Right now, he ranks in the 75th percentile for isolation offense, generating 1.00 points per possession, better than stars like Donovan Mitchell, LaMelo Ball, and Anthony Edwards. While there are still players ahead of him in ISO efficiency, there's no doubt that LeBron remains a potent threat in these situations. A big reason for his success? The way he and the Lakers manipulate defenses to create favorable matchups. They excel at forcing opposing big men to switch onto LeBron in pick and rolls, putting them in an almost unwinnable position. Once isolated, LeBron uses his speed and strength to blow past slower defenders, tacking the rim with ease. This strategy, essentially a form of matchup hunting, is incredibly efficient. With the opposing big man stranded on the perimeter, there's no rim protection left. That means one of three things happens. LeBron gets a free lane for an easy finish, he draws help and finds an open teammate, or he gets fouled, a strategy opponents may prefer given his 77.3% free throw shooting this season. As it stands, LeBron is just outside the top 20 in ISO scoring, but if the Lakers continue to prioritize this approach, he could easily crack the top 10. And if that happens, it wouldn't just elevate his own scoring, it would be a game changer for the Lakers as a whole. Just like isolation plays, scoring and playmaking off pick and rolls have been a major part of LeBron's offensive game this season. Nearly 20% of his total offensive possessions have come from pick and roll actions, and almost 20% of his total points have been scored this way. Whether it's attacking the rim or pulling up from three, LeBron has been highly efficient in these situations, boasting an impressive 57.4 effective field goal percentage, a significant jump from last season's 53%, ranking him among the league's top 5. The Lakers also excel at leveraging the corner man as a cutter in LeBron's pick and rolls, turning this play into a real weapon. When LeBron runs a pick and roll, defenders naturally focus their attention on him, drawn by his uncanny ability to read the defense. With all eyes fixed on LeBron, it creates the perfect window for a well-timed cut from the corner, catching defenders off guard and giving LeBron another option to exploit the defense's reaction. However, there is one glaring issue holding LeBron back from ranking even higher as a pick-and-roll creator: turnovers. Despite his efficiency as a scorer in these actions, his high turnover rate prevents him from cracking the league's top 20 in points per possession off pick and rolls. If he can cut down on those mistakes, there's no doubt he could vault into the top 10, maybe even the top 5. The final aspect of LeBron's offensive game that we'll be breaking down in this video is his transition play. Simply put, LeBron is a dominant force in the open court. Much like Giannis, when he gets a full head of steam, he's nearly impossible to stop on his way to the rim. But what makes him even more dangerous is his elite playmaking ability, combining speed, strength, and vision to create endless opportunities in the fast break. This season, he's averaging 1.12 points per possession in transition, a noticeable drop from last season's 1.27. A major factor? Once again, turnovers. Just like in the pick and roll, giveaways have been a recurring issue for LeBron in transition. His turnover frequency sits at 18.1%, meaning nearly 1 in every 5 fast breaks ends in a turnover. If he can tighten up this aspect of his game, the impact on the Lakers' transition offense would be massive. Right now, they rank 11th in the league in fast break scoring, but with some adjustments, they have the potential to crack the top 5. As I mentioned earlier, the on-court connection between LeBron and AD this season has been nothing short of special. Their ability to score, assist, and feed off each other has been a driving force behind the Lakers' offensive success for years, and this season is no different. In fact, their assists to each other alone account for nearly 12% of the Lakers' total assists this season. That's just 2 players creating offense in a variety of ways, seamlessly setting each other up. And here's where it gets even more impressive. Among all the players who have assisted AD this season, he's been most efficient when receiving passes from LeBron, boasting his highest field goal percentage off LeBron's assists. That speaks volumes about LeBron's impact on AD's effectiveness and just how crucial this duo is to the Lakers' overall success. Now, let's talk about an aspect of LeBron's game that hasn't received nearly enough recognition this season: his defense. While age has naturally impacted his ability to be an elite stopper, he's still doing more than enough to be a well above average defender. Let's start with his on-ball defense. This season, LeBron is holding opponents to just 41.8% shooting from the field, ranking 8th among 127 players who have defended at least 400 shot attempts. That's an exceptional defensive field goal percentage, especially for someone many assume has declined on that end. In fact, his defensive efficiency is better than several elite, well-recognized defenders like Victor Wembanyama, OG Anunoby, Giannis, and even his own teammate, Anthony Davis. Of course, the Lakers often position LeBron as a help defender, frequently matching him up against weaker offensive players in the corner to conserve his energy. But when he's called upon to lock in, he still delivers with high caliber defense and intensity, proving that even in his 22nd season, he's far from a liability on that end of the floor. Let's now shift our focus to LeBron's performance on isolations defensively. While he's defended a relatively small number of ISO possessions this season, his impact has still been elite. In fact, among all players who have defended at least 15 ISO possessions, LeBron ranks number 1 in ISO defense. He's allowed just 0.32 points per possession when guarding opponents in isolation, an impressive drop from last season's 0.85 points per possession. Despite his age, many believe LeBron's defensive prowess has faded, particularly when it comes to isolations, which demand quick feet and sharp anticipation. But LeBron has proven them wrong, dominating his matchups on these plays with more than half the season behind us. His ability to slide his feet, maintain position, and keep up with quicker players is a testament to why, even at this stage in his career, he remains one of the league's top defenders, especially when he locks in on an ISO. Defensively, another area of LeBron's standout strengths this season has been his ability to excel in pick-and-roll situations. His versatility in guarding both the ball handler and the roll man makes him an invaluable asset when defending the pick-and-roll. Whether it's executing a drop coverage or seamlessly switching on defense, LeBron's presence disrupts opposing teams' efforts to gain an advantage in these high-pressure moments. This season, LeBron is allowing just 0.81 points per possession in pick-and-roll situations. While this might not place him among the league's elite pick-and-roll defenders, it is still the lowest figure he's posted in the last 4 seasons. Even more impressive, this mark is lower than that of well-regarded defenders like Amen Thompson, PJ Washington, Mikal Bridges, and Derrick Jones Jr., who are all known for their defensive prowess. LeBron has guarded roughly 120 pick-and-roll possessions this season, a number that's comparable to his defensive workload on isolation plays. While the volume of his defensive assignments, whether in pick-and-rolls or ISOs, has been somewhat limited, it's clear the Lakers are managing his energy to ensure he's fresh on offense. Still, in the moments he is called upon to defend, LeBron has proven his effectiveness, especially in clutch situations. His clutch defensive rating stands at 113.7, significantly better than his overall defensive rating of 115.4. This underlines the Lakers' strategy of conserving LeBron's defensive energy for when it matters most, when the game is on the line. What has truly stood out this season, building on the foundation of LeBron's defense in recent years, is his remarkable defensive IQ. At this stage in his career, with his athleticism naturally starting to wane, LeBron has leaned into experience and basketball intellect, 2 qualities that have allowed players in their late 30s and early 40s to continue to thrive. Despite being in his 40s, LeBron is still not just one of the smartest basketball minds in the league, but also one of its most athletic players. This season, LeBron's defense has shone in 2 key areas. First, as a help defender at the rim, he has displayed an elite ability to time his blocks perfectly while avoiding fouls, especially when opponents beat his teammates on drives. While LeBron has been more selective in showcasing his rim protection to conserve energy, when the stakes are high, especially in clutch moments, he brings it without hesitation. The second area where LeBron has impressed defensively is his unmatched understanding of matchups and his ability to recognize when to offer help defense. It might not seem groundbreaking, but for LeBron, it's all about conserving energy and using it wisely. When he steps in to help a teammate, he ensures that his primary matchup doesn't exploit the situation. LeBron typically provides help defense when his assignment is a poor 3-point shooter, ensuring that even if the ball is passed back to that player, they can't take advantage of the opportunity with an open shot. It's a calculated and strategic approach that maximizes LeBron's defensive impact, ensuring his team's success while managing his own energy efficiently. Though I've discussed at length LeBron's age and the importance of conserving his energy on defense for when it truly counts, This remains a crucial consideration for both him and the Lakers. They need to manage his workload carefully, ensuring he's as effective as possible in the second half of the season and into the playoffs. Let's face it, unless a major trade shakes things up, the Lakers likely won't be contenders for the NBA championship. We also can't be certain how much gas LeBron has left in the tank by season's end. Continuing to put this much strain on his body may eventually take its toll. However, if the Lakers can prove that they have what it takes to compete with the league's elite in the second half of the season, things could get interesting come playoff time. With LeBron and AD still capable of being dominant number one options on a contending team, the Lakers could surprise us all with an extended run in this postseason. Their talent is undeniable, and if they hit their stride, this year's playoffs might just offer a thrilling chapter for both the team and their fans.